Some of you might have seen me on LinkedIn, right? Like I have over 100,000 followers, and people come to me to get better at LinkedIn, right? They come to me in order to get more clients, get more leads from LinkedIn. What if I told you that LinkedIn is actually not even or just a part of what I teach? Like, sure, we talk about like the platform, we talk about some of the best practices, the viral hooks and stuff like that, but that's just part of the equation. And this is such an interesting thing, right? Because so many people, they think they're learning LinkedIn, but all of our clients, after we work together, they just know that they've become better entrepreneurs. So in this video, guys, I'm going over the 3 main skills that I'm teaching all of our clients that not just only make you better at LinkedIn, but also email, YouTube, whatever social platform you're using. So guys, stay tuned. We'll go to the desk and then let's get going, guys. Today I just want to make a very chill video because, like I said, like most of the content on this channel is very tactical. I get out my iPad, I draw some frameworks here and there. But in this video, I just want to go over the 3 skills that I teach all of our clients. And these skills go much broader than just teaching them LinkedIn. And the first one, this is my favorite. Like, if you implement this skill alone, you don't even have to do the other 2. However, the other 2 are obviously important, otherwise I wouldn't include them in this video. But the first skill, guys, that I learned by just doing this thing for over 5 years, helping hundreds of people in this process. And the first skill, guys, is how to write to get inbound. So if you have been following some of my content, you know that I'm all about inbound. Like, I want people to come to me, not from a lazy perspective, but I just know that these people are just the best to work with, right? Because they come to me as a result of my content. So that's also what most of our clients want, right? Because they don't want to chase people. They don't want to be salesy, which I will go over in a second. They don't want to be pushy. They don't want to seem needy. But guys, if you develop the skill of writing for inbound, your life as a business owner becomes so much easier from a marketing perspective, right? So how do we do that, right? It's 2026 right now. I think a lot of people have figured out how to get views, which is good. But you want more than that. You don't want people just to see your face, your name, your content. You want people to feel something, or even one step further, you want them to come to you, to raise their hand as a result of your content. And one of my, or like 2 of my favorite ways to do that. The first one is, guys, let me fix my mic. The first one is by putting out content, which I call authority content, that shows you're able to solve the problem for your clients. Like, it's good to share some information, to share knowledge, to share valuable content, but you're a service provider, right? Like, you want to convince basically your audience that you're able to solve the problem they have, right? So with authority content, you can talk about case studies, social proof, personal stories, you even doing the thing, right? Like, for example, like the other day, I created a YouTube video, which is on my channel. It's like a 30-minute video where I basically break down the system of how we sold out last month, right? So we sold out without sales calls, without cold DMs. And in this video, I just break down the system. And I know that me just breaking down this system, how we do it, builds authority, right? It's pretty meta, but that's the power of content, right? Like, if you're able to show your audience what you do without giving the sauce away, you build authority. So that's the first type of content that I want you to focus on in order for you to write for inbound. If you made it this far, first of all, thanks for watching. And the second thing, I want to ask you a little favor. So far, I've seen that 90% of you haven't been subscribed to the channel. So if you like this content and you want to see more of it, make sure to hit the like and subscribe under this video so I can keep growing the channel and share more value with you. Let's get back to the video. The second thing, and this is currently my favorite one, it's a lead magnet on LinkedIn. So these are the posts on LinkedIn where you see people share a resource, whether it's a playbook, a cheat sheet, a prompt, an artifact, like an application. And all you need to do is raise your hand, comment, and send it to people, right? And by far, I've seen the highest quality people come in through that avenue. Why? Because all of the lead magnets I push, all of the lead magnets our clients push, they are a spin-off of our core offer, right? So the people that raise their hands for these resources, obviously they're interested in what you have to quote unquote sell on the back end, right? Like your main offer, your main transformation you sell. So the people that come in through this mechanism that first of all is engineered to get a lot of virality, because these posts, because people comment, more people see it, more people comment, you get this viral loophole. So more people see it, there's a lot of traffic, there's a lot of attention, plus you're actively sharing a resource that's valuable, right? So those are the two things that I want you to focus on in order for you to write to get inbound, right? We're not just writing to get views, because views don't necessarily, or not at all actually, pay the bills, right? Obviously they're important, like I told in a video earlier this week, is like without traffic no one knows you exist. Hard to sell anything, right? So that's the first one, understanding how to write to get inbound. The second thing here, guys, and this is one of the skills that all of my clients, once we get to that point, they absolutely love it. So this is about how to sell without being salesy, because our best clients, they come to us and they have just this resistance, which I fully understand, against being salesy, being sleazy, having to chase people, having to force people to talk to them. And LinkedIn has a bad rep, because I don't know about you, but my inbox is just full of cold pitches and stuff like that, and people just being salesy without trust being built. And let's be honest, like most people in the world now have bought some form of coaching, of some form of consulting, of some form of like transformational offer that you sell, right? Like 5 years ago even, it was easier because most people are new to this space, right? So the market's becoming more sophisticated, more people have been sold to. Most people have had a less positive experience with these offers. So obviously people are more resistant, right? So with what we want to do with this skill, we want to understand how we can sell without being salesy. So the first practical thing in this, guys, is that we don't send cold DMs. We don't pitch to people that we don't know, right? Sounds obvious, but already doing or not doing this helps you to stand out, right? Because when people get desperate, they start to pitch anyone and everyone, so which is very harmful for your brand, right? The second thing is when you do skill one right and you get people inbound through your content, you don't even have to sell them because they come pre-sold to you, right? The people that know what you're about, the people that understand like who you help, what problem you solve, and how you deliver, they don't need any selling, right? So understanding how all these things already fit together, that's such a skill that our clients all learn, right? Because you can indeed sell without being salesy. Like, because basically as a service provider, what do? You help someone through a service. And once you're very clear on who you help, what problem you solve, and how you deliver it, which we call like the positioning, like I often refer to this with the offer pyramid if you've seen some of my other videos. And that alone is just like a one-liner of who you help, what problem you solve, and how you deliver it. And then it just becomes so clear for the market, combined with your content to draw people into your orbit, that the selling doesn't even have to be there. And especially if you are, let's say, this is specifically true for many of the coaches that we work with, because coaching usually is also done because there is a personal connection, right? Like one of our guys, Julius, when he came to us, he was like, hey, I don't need to go viral because I sell life coaching for a specific avatar, and I talk a lot about my hobbies, my philosophies, my paradigms, and I want people to quote unquote vibe with me, right? So I don't need the masses. So a few months later, he signed 6 ideal clients, hit his highest revenue months ever. And that just because his content was dialed in, so he didn't even have or had to sell, which is super freaking important, right? So let me now look at my notes for the last one, and this is something that will tie it all in together, right? So the third skill that I teach all of my clients, and this goes like way wider, way broader than just LinkedIn. It's the ability to make yourself stand out as the obvious choice. And there is a very simple framework, there is a very simple format that I use for this. Who you help, what problem you solve, and how you deliver it. Like I said, this is the offer pyramid. I refer to this in many of my videos. But if you're able to say that in 1 or 2 sentences, trust me, you're already so much ahead of your competitors who, let's say they're speaking to a prospect and they need 5 or 10 minutes to explain what they do and what problem they solve, right? This is, we're living in an age where where attention is scarce. You only get a few seconds. So you need to be very clear in who you help, what problem you solve, and how you deliver it. Like, I talked about this a few times, but we help coaches, consultants, service providers who want to turn LinkedIn into their #1 client acquisition channel, and we do that through the Authority Figures program, which is a tailored, done with you a system where we help people just install this LinkedIn system, right? I fluffed it up here a little bit to give you some context, but I can say that in 1 sentence and people are like, okay, I get that. And this brand statement doesn't have to do all the selling. It acts as a filter. The right people are like, okay, tell me more. I like this. I have somewhat of interest. And then the other part of people are like, hey, I'm not a coach, a consultant, or a service provider. I don't want to do LinkedIn. I hate the platform. I already have it covered. Cool. And they self-select out. So guys, like, we didn't talk about tactics today. Like, we talked about skills, right? The ability to get people in through your content, which is a 24/7 salesperson. Like, I'm sitting here, my content is traveling the world, bringing people closer to me. The second one is the ability to sell your services without being salesy or without having to chase people. And the third one, guys, is how to differentiate yourself in a market full of copycats, in a market full of sameness. So guys, if you already make these 3 implementation in your business this week, today even, this month, you will set yourself apart from the competition. If you need any help with building out this whole system, check out the link in the description. It takes you to a different video, which is 30 minutes long, explain more about the system we built with our clients. And if that sounds interesting to you, if that sounds relevant, make sure to apply on that page as well. And with that being said, I'm gonna finish my coffee and we talk soon, guys. Cheers.